Here's a headline. It's from the New York Post. I saw what welfare did to my family. We need common sense work requirements. Gianno Caldwell wrote that, and Gianno joins me now. That was part of your testimony before the Congressional Committee this week. First of all, tell me more about your experience growing up in the welfare system. Did it wreck your family?
Well, I grew up extremely poor. At times, the lights, gas, and water off were all at the same time. My mom was addicted to crack cocaine. And it took me getting involved in public service at 14 because I wanted to change the trajectory of my community, working for my local alderman, that I began to see how government policies really impacted the people around me. Yes, there was individuals within the community that I resided within, including some folks in my family, who look to manipulate the system so they can get more versus I am going to utilize this temporary assistance to get back on my feet so I can work and provide for my family. That's really what welfare is intended for. It's not intended to be on for generations as we see in many communities. But this is what I really delivered before the Ways and Means Committee. We need to get back to welfare, to work, in the same bipartisan spirit as Speaker Newt Gingrich and President Bill Clinton at the time when they passed the 1996 Welfare Reform Act. If we can do that, we can lift out millions of poverty, and that's what's needed today in this era especially. So
just tell me a little bit more. What exactly are common sense reforms? What exactly would you change? How?
Well, if you just go back to just the model that's already been proven to work. They had for individuals, say, for example, a single mom. A lot of single moms, they don't have someone to watch their children, so they gave them child care. Single moms were allowed to either go to school or work. And then as they begin to work and bring in money, the rug wasn't pulled from under them as they begin to earn a little bit of money. And oftentimes people are fearful of going out to work when they're receiving benefits because if you earn $2 or $3 or maybe $100 over whatever that limit is, they'll cut you off completely. Yeah. With the reform that was put in place in 1996, you had 2 years that you can be on welfare with a 5-year limit. So people knew that there was an urgency to learn skills and develop and cultivate themselves so they can be productive citizens and come off the program.
Understood. Are migrants being prioritized over the citizens in Chicago? Because we've just seen the mayor pump more money towards the migrants. I guess that's not going to the residents.
Yeah, they absolutely are. And people in Chicago are pissed the hell off. They're pissed the hell off because many of the black folks there have been voting for Democrats for years, even given to their campaigns. And when it comes time to take care of issues that impact the black community in Chicago, they're often told that there's no resources, no ability to do so. Meanwhile, they've already spent $300 million, and they got another $300 million that they're gonna spend. They already got set up for 2024. Now, mind you, if more migrants come in, those numbers are gonna explode. We can be looking at $1 billion issue for the entire state of Illinois in the city of Chicago, and instead of having utilized resources like that for the folks that live there, they said they didn't have it. Meanwhile, in Chicago, in Illinois, as an example, you got 67 schools where the kids cannot do math at a proficient level. Not one single student in 67 schools throughout the state of Illinois, including many in Chicago. Jeez. You got 37 schools where kids are not proficient in reading throughout the state of Illinois. These are major issues that impact this community. You got unemployment between 20 and 48% in parts of the south and west sides of Chicago. They need assistance. They need help. So you're beginning to give money to these other folks who are in the country illegally. Folks are tired of it. They're upset with it. And they may actually vote for Trump. That's what it's looking like more and more. And they keep saying that. They're vocalizing it.
That's interesting. That is interesting. Gianno, something's got to change. Gianno Caldwell, thanks for being with us. Always a pleasure. Come and see us again soon, man. Thanks a lot.